Hi. Okay, so we've got, I'm gonna do the Peekaboo thing because you asked me to, but this is just like a cup that I don't like how it came out. It's a really hard method to do and I failed miserably, so anyway, so I've got this cup. I've already epoxied it with the glitter. It's pretty smooth. You can tell, obviously, it's not perfect. I've got little spots, but I'm just gonna cover those up, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this cup. After it's at this stage, it's already cured and everything and pretty smooth. And then I'm gonna take all my decals. So I've got all my little decals cut out that I want on it, and I'm gonna do roses. And I'm just going to take those and put them all over this cup, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all my decals on them. I do a sticker on the bottom of mine, so I didn't do one down there, but there's no rhyme or reason, just wherever you want your decals. And you stick them on, just plain old white vinyl, or whatever color vinyl. A lot of people do glue dots, but that's too many for these little bitty spots, and I can see it if I take it outside, so. But anyway, now I'm gonna go take it outside and spray paint it black. Okay, so I spray painted the whole cup. There's a bug in it. Okay, not dried. So anyway, I just spray painted the whole cup black. I went over everything, the bottom, and just spray painted the whole thing. And so earlier I said something about glue dots. A lot of people put like hot glue on like the vinyl, like on the little vinyl pieces, to make it easier to find. I don't find that necessary when I do just black, because it's not hard for me to find it. Plus there's way too much detail in these decals for me to realistically be able to put a little glue dot on every piece. But on bigger pieces it really helps. On really busy pieces where it's hard to find your vinyl, that helps. But anyway, so it's all black, and it's all dry, it's completely dry, and so now I'm gonna go and pull all those little pieces of vinyl off of my cup. And when you do that, just be careful that you don't scratch your cup, because then you'll have to touch it up, so. Okay, so it's all dry and everything. You can see it on there. And I'm gonna take my little weeding tool and try not to scratch this while I'm showing you. But then you just take and grab your vinyl, and the trick is to get it started without scratching your paint. And I generally do it pretty quickly after, so that it doesn't have a good time to get a really good grip, but I had to feed the babies, so. There we go. So now I've got it started, and I'm just gonna peel it up. It's not usually this complicated. Okay, so you see it starting to come up. And I'm just gonna keep doing that. Like I said, it's not usually this complicated, but I did let it sit for a while longer than I normally do, because I had to feed the twins lunch before nap time, so. But there's really no rhyme or reason to this either. I'm just picking up the decal that I put down, so that my rose gold will show through. Actually, it is not rose gold, it is Feather Bear Bling elements. And this particular element is called fire. So you can see that, and that just peeks through. So then I'll move on and I'll do another one. And again, I'm just trying really hard not to slip and scratch my black part, because then I'll have to go back through and try to fix it, and sometimes you can see that through the Peekaboo, and it's just really, you don't want that. So just try to be careful that you don't scratch your black finish. And I know a lot of people, when they do vinyl, like for Peekaboos and stencils, they use 631 instead of 651 because it doesn't have so strong of a grip as a 651. Man, I can't get that one started. But I use 651 because it's what I have, and I hardly ever, I don't do a lot of these, so it's not really worth it for me to get a whole nother type of vinyl just to do Peekaboo cups every now and then. So anyway, this is tedious and time consuming, and like I said, if you do it right after your paint is dry and you're careful with your paint, it goes a lot easier. But this is the idea. Anyway, so that's what you're going for, and I'll pick all this off and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so that took forever because I let it sit too long before I came back to it, and I had it outside drying, and I think the heat caused it to hold on really tight, but the one yesterday wasn't nearly so hard as this. But anyway, this is what it looks like after you take all those decals off. And so now you're pretty much done. You just take this and epoxy it. And I did some bling, some teeny tiny holographic glitter in my epoxy when I epoxied my other one. And I really like how that looks, so I'll probably do that again, but it's totally not a necessary thing. It's just kind of whatever you want to do. So again, there it is, super easy. And it's all done.